To the Man United stream, hope you're doing well. Man United win 2-1 against West Ham in the pre-season opener in the MetLife Stadium in front of 82,000 plus fans. Crazy scenes. One player that stood out was, of course, Captain Bruno Fernandes. What a player he is. I never get the hate that he gets from some Man United fans. Some Man United fans, and I mean they are in a minority, but they are very vocal, who do not like Bruno Fernandes. Drop your comments below if you are one of those fans and why you really don't like Bruno Fernandes. This guy is the best player we've got on that team, and yet you're saying that he's not a part of Man United, he's not good enough to be playing for United. I do not get that. Drop your comments below and explain to me why that is. But anyway, yesterday's performance, great game. Look, it was a pre-season game. I never get carried away with pre-season games because lots changes. You really don't know what the other team's like either, whether they're putting 100% in. We know the Premier League games are completely different, and these pre-season games really don't give much away. Everyone's kind of chilled and there's no pressure. And you know United, when there's no pressure, they do well, but when there's a lot of pressure on them, they struggle, they collapse, especially when it's at Old Trafford. But look, yesterday's game, positive signs. The team looked aggressive, they looked fit, the players looked decent. Mateus Cunha, really good addition to United. We didn't get to see Brian Buemo, but we will hopefully next game. Look, overall the team looked decent. It looked like it knew what it was doing, and hopefully going into the season we can improve with one or two signings. One of the key things that was still obvious, I mean to any Man United fan it would have been obvious by 100 miles away, which was we needed a striker. Rasmus Højlund again not doing well enough, not composed, and not under any pressure. This is a pre-season game. He should be relaxed and finishing and moving in a way that there's no pressure on him, but he didn't actually do that. He's finishing, let him down again. And look, he should have taken a leaf out of Bruno Fernandes' book. The way he finished that second goal, amazing finish, just laid back, relaxed, just took the shot, just placed it, and it was a brilliant finish overall. And Amad Diallo, once he came on as well, caused so much problems for West Ham. Again, another menace. I love watching Amad Diallo. Whenever he gets the ball, you know he's going to do something. He's aggressive, moving forward, tries to push the defence back. Brilliant. Overall though, I'd give United, I think, 7 out of 10. I thought it was a decent performance. West Ham looked lacklustre, didn't know what they were doing. Man United really controlled the game in its entirety. Drop your comments below on what you thought about the game. If you watched the game, if you watched the highlights. I was up late last night watching the game. It was a Saturday night, it was a 12 o'clock kickoff, so why not? I thought, look, I get a lie-in on Sunday mornings, so let's go and watch this game. Moving on to transfer news, that's what most of us have tuned in for. And well, United are still on the search for a striker. We know that they have approached Aston Villa for Watkins, and they were told that he is not for sale under any circumstances. No offer was going to be accepted by United for Ollie Watkins. I don't believe that to be true. I think United know Ollie Watkins is valued around about 30 to 40 mil. They could probably get him for around that mark. Of course, they're not going to get him for around 25 mil, which is what they were hoping for. Aston Villa will not let him go, even though he's in the last 2 years of his contract. Watkins, and he's 29. But he's a Premier League proven goal scorer. We know that. And United, from what we've seen and what we've heard from sources, are looking for Premier League players. And if it's not Watkins, it's Mateta. That's what they're thinking. That's what their backup plan is. And Sesko, is he on the radar? There's some sources saying that Sesko is on the radar. He's a young, talented player. And Christopher Vivell, who is the recruitment manager at United, is part of the RB Leipzig setup, or was part of their setup. So he knows Sesko really well. And there's talk of him really pushing to get Sesko to Old Trafford. Drop your comments below on what you think about Sesko. Do you think he would be a good addition to this United team? I'm not quite sure. Look, I don't want to be risking more money on an unknown young striker coming to the Premier League. We know that they do well in other leagues, but when it comes to the Premier League, it's a different kettle of fish. You know they struggle. So I would prefer someone who's already in the Premier League, already doing his day job in the Premier League and doing well, or doing half decent. We know Watkins has got a decent goal scoring record. We also know Mateta's not far behind. Personally, we need a striker. We can't be beggars, can't be choosers. We need to go out there and get somebody, right? Okay, we need somebody because we cannot carry on with Højlund and Zertsky. That's going to be impossible, and we're going to have a complete disastrous season if that happens. Yeah, we'll get a few more goals, and yeah, we might do decent in a few games because we've got the two other new signings. However, we still need a goal scoring threat. We still need another player who takes away the focus from other players. So then, look, it's a joint effort. You need a striker. Without a striker, we're going to go nowhere. So this is where we definitely need a striker. So hopefully United can pull their finger out and get it done. We know that Alexander Isak wants Liverpool and nobody else. So even if United had the money, they wouldn't be able to go and sign Isak. They need to be realistic. Even Sesko might not want to come to United. Yes, there's rumours about him, being free, blah, blah, blah. But he might still prefer a Champions League football club. And we haven't got that. So let's be realistic. Let's go for an option that we know we can get easily, bring in, and he can do a solid job for us. A player that actually works hard. Someone who's not got his heads in the clouds thinking that he's already a superstar. That's what we need. We need grafters. That's what we should be going for. And hopefully they will push United forward. That is it for today's show, guys. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. Make sure you subscribe. You're watching the Man United Stream channel by the fans for the fans.